Okay, so I've had a couple of ladies ask how to extend the life of your 3D mascara, because I've always said that, to me personally, not only is our mascara the best because you get so much volume and length from it, but also it lasts considerably longer than a regular mascara. I know that whenever I switched over from my MAC mascara, I was wearing, God, I don't even remember what it's called now. It's been 2 years ago. I was wearing whatever waterproof mascara that they had, and I was spending like, geez, I don't even remember how much it was, but I know it was like the same price as this, because I remember thinking whenever I tried this for the first time, it's like, okay, well, what do I have to lose? It's about the same price. It's either better or not. If not, then the next time I need mascara, I'll just switch. I'll go back. So it had to have been around the same price as this. But my other one, MAC, it would dry out. Like, I mean, I would barely get probably a month out of it, because we can't even get that here where I live. So I was always having to drive to another town. And I remember I would literally buy 2 or 3 mascaras at a time, because I knew, well, I'm not going to drive back and forth to Houston just to get my mascara once a month. So once a month was as long as it would last. Anyways, so I wanted to, explain to you guys a little bit about how to extend the life of your mascara. Number one, you don't want to, well, the most common mistake is people will sit here and do this. And I don't know why that's such a habit to do with mascara, but for some reason it is. Okay, so 3D Plus mascara is your gel and your fiber. Now the fibers, they're going to last you the life of your mascara no matter how long your mascara lasts. 3 months, I'm telling you will still have a ton of fiber. So the gel is really the one that you want to extend the life of. Now, I opened this tube January, right before I went to Utah. So you can see how towards the top of my wand, it's getting a little bit cakier and a little bit drier, but it's still nice and smooth. I mean, it's not like completely bone dry. And this is what, the end of February? So this is 2 months, okay? 2 months. This is how I extend it. Whenever it starts getting a little bit drier than I want it to, my refreshed rose water. This stuff, it is so worth the investment. I mean, you use it as a toner, you use it as a setting spray to set your makeup, but I use it to wet my pigments when I want to use them as liners. But for the fourth and probably most important use of it is to extend the life of your mascara. So I'm just going to squirt like two squirts in it, because I mean, mine isn't really, it doesn't really need it, but I wanted to show you. So I'm going to put this in there, and this is the only time that you're allowed to do this, okay? And you're going to move it and shake it all around. You're going to twist on the insides of it all the way down the tube, and you're just going to mix it up. It's basically all you're doing is you're using it to squirt, to mix up those 2 little pumps of the rose water in it. And then look, when I pull it out, the cakey's not there anymore at the end, and it's really so smooth to use again. Okay, so that's how I extend the life of my mascara. Now I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I get amazing length. I know a lot of people have said, well, I just can't get that length that you do, or I can't get that volume that you do. Okay, you can't really see, but I wish you could. Like, if I look up, maybe you can tell then, I have no lashes. I really, really don't. I don't. I've never had long lashes. So, number 1, I use a lash curler. Number 2, I use a hair dryer. Yes, a hair dryer. Okay, so you're going to warm it up just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to burn yourself. This is metal. This is metal after all, and you don't want to burn yourself, but it's kind of the same principle as curling iron. You heat up a curling iron, right, to curl your hair. Same principle. You're warming this up just a tad to curl your lashes. So I put mine on a warm setting. I don't keep it on hot, and I just warm it up just a tad. And you always feel your chin. Make sure it is not too hot. And then I'm just gonna put it on there and crimp. I'm only going to do one eye because I don't want to be on the video too long. Okay, and then if I feel like I missed, too much of it, I'll crimp it again. Now, it is important, when you curl your hair, and you let the curl fall, what do? You kind of bounce it in your hand a little bit and you're letting it cool off. Same with this. You don't want to immediately go put mascara on it. You want to let your lash cool so that the curl holds and sets. Okay, so gel fiber gel is the rule. And you want to, if you have excess on your brush, wipe it off. You don't want too much. You don't need too much on your lash. You're not trying to coat it and cake it and do a whole ton of it. You're just wanting one light coat at first. Less is more for this first coat. Less is always going to be more. Otherwise, you get them too stuck together, and then it's too hard to create individual lashes. They're all stuck together. Okay, so then I do my wand around inside. That helps to fluff them up on the brush. And then I'm going to go and give a good solid coat of fibers. Just kind of wiggle it around. Our fibers are made from green tea fibers, so they're natural and they're not going to irritate your eye. Even if you were to accidentally get a fiber in your eye, which I never do. I mean, I've been doing this, yes, for 2 years, but even the first time to put it on, it wasn't bad to put on. Okay, this is where the hair dryer comes in. It's on warm setting and I'm going to put it on low. And I'm going to turn it up this way, and it's just going to make those fibers stick to my lash and make them stay in place. Okay. Now that part is important. You want to make that fiber stick to your lash. Even if you don't use the hair dryer, you want to give it time. At least 30 seconds to stick to the gel. That's the purpose of it. The fiber needs to stick to the gel. That's what creates your length. That's what makes you look like you have fake lashes on. Then I'm going to go back, and this time is with a good coat of gel. And I'm coating those suckers because I don't want it going anywhere. I want it staying there all day. And I'll do the back side of them just a tad. This is also helping to straighten out any of the fibers if they got, sideways or haven't straightened out yet. Okay, so that's just one coat, and you can see I already have lashes. I mean, they're there, right? So I want to add another coat, let's say. I want that crazy length that I didn't have before, because you saw I had no lash, so sometimes I have to do a little bit more than normal people. Okay, so this time I'm just doing a coat on the tips of them. I don't really need any more volume, I just need some length. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a good coat of fiber again, but I'm just doing it to the tips, because I don't really need any more volume. I just need some length. And this time I'll add a little bit to the back side of it. And then here comes my hair dryer again. Now, I have my lash comb for this purpose. If any of them did get stuck together where they're not really separated good anymore, you can turn it this way and just barely pull to separate it back out. And then I'm going to go add my final coat of gel. Then I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom. And then I'm going to go back with my hairdryer again. Now, I'd say that's some pretty dang good lashes considering I had none before. See? Alright, there's how to extend your mascara life.